Hey guys, Alex at 6 here. It's currently 5:23 p.m., so I'm still not Alex really at 6. I'm Alex at 5:23 p.m. Anyways, I just wanted to talk about the new Black Veil Brides album that came out. Now, it's been like a little bit since it came out, but I wanted to listen to it and really give it a chance before I like uploaded any review of it. But I mean, um, when Heart of Fire first came out, I was really, really worried that it was gonna just be more of Heart of Fire, and because I was not really impressed with Heart of Fire, the chorus was kind of to me, and I'm used to, well, I mean, the first album was kind of like that, where the choruses just kind of sounded like more verse to me, just repeated more often but the very first album. But like ever since like their second album and onwards, I've been used to them having really great hooks, and every time a hook comes up, I'm expecting something amazing to pop out at me. Um, but this album, it's really hit and miss with me. Uh, I mean, it's more miss than it is hit, to be honest. I kind of for a little while was kind of digging Faithless, but as I've listened to it, it's kind of gotten old on me pretty quick. Um, the I think the standout track on the whole album is Crown of Thorns. I'm looking at the set list right now because I immediately lost the actual jewel case for the CD when I got it. Because I usually, whenever I start to listen to an album for a critical review, I just leave it in my car, like in the player, all the time, and so I never took it out and put it back in the case, and I don't know what happened to the case now. So I'm having to look online to figure out what the names of the songs are. Some of them, of course, it's kind of obvious because it mentions it in the song, but um, I'm thinking like the ones I listen to the most are Crown of Thorns and let's see, I think it's Stolen Omen that has the oh. Um, it's whichever one that is. I believe it's Stolen Omen. Don't quote me. Um, but uh, yeah, it just seems like the entire like middle section of the album, Heart of Fire, has kind of grown on me a little. So in everything after Heart of Fire, it's like it sounds like filler to me, and I'm really surprised Crown of Thorns didn't become a single. I'm guessing it's because of that long instrumental intro it's got. Faithless, I really don't like how long they drag out that opening riff. It's just like they're like, let's see how long we can get away with pulling off this same riff for like a minute and a half. I think it goes for, and it's literally the only thing that changes is the instrumentation around the riff. And while the first couple times it works out, it keeps going past the point where I'm like, all right, I want the vocalist to come in now, or all right, I want some other part to start now. Um, Goodbye Agony, I think that one is kind of cool to me. Um, Last rites in a dark city. That one's, I like that line really. That's like the rest of the song I could do without, but Last Rites has that Last Rites in a Dark City line. I really like that. Um, but instrumentation wise, I think that they're really starting to show like a very varied abilities. Like I mentioned, Crown of Thorns is my favorite song. That has a part in it where it goes really quiet and clean, and it almost made me feel like I was listening to a totally different band, and I was like, whoa, um, this doesn't sound like something they would normally do, but it turns out it is. And, it was them, and because I was expecting to find out that that was like some studio musicians or something, but I really love the like when they take a chance on doing something different from usual. Like the past album, Wretched and Divine, they had a whole lot of violin, and I believe that's Jinx or Gen X, however you say it. Um, I believe that was him playing violin, and I really liked that touch that it brought to it, especially how it kind of carried a theme with it itself, with the whole da 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 ba da 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 part being repeated throughout the whole album, especially during the parts where fear is speaking to you. I really enjoyed that. But like this album, they were trying to get away from doing a concept album because it was so much work last time, and I understand that. And I don't expect every band to do like what My Chemical Romance did and just make your entire career be concept albums. But I really like it whenever they take chances and do something different. And I think that it's really cool that they brought screams back. Not as many as on their first album, but they they really brought them back in ways that really they were. I mean, I couldn't picture another part being there. It's not like they just threw screams in there for there to be screams on the album. Um, like this being Black Veil Brides, the guitar work was impeccable. The drumming was spot on and really tight. The bass was right there, just pounding away, and it was just an overall, uh, just the songwriting is more of my concern. It wasn't really up to par with what I'm used to them doing, and I'm worried that the reason why they were so good on the last two albums is because of who they were working with as a producer. Uh, was helping them with their songwriting more uh, than Bob does, Bob Rock, because I watched their little film about that they were releasing before the album came out, where they were showing behind the scenes footage, and it they said that Bob Rock's more of a like just a production guy. He doesn't really involve himself in the songwriting too much, and the last two albums, um, they they had a more hands-on producer, and um, with the second album, they actually had Mick Mars help them write songs. Mick Mars being from Motley Crue, um, and you could really hear it. Especially, I'm betting he had something to do with the fact that "Fallen Angels" sounds so much like "Shout at the Devil" there at the beginning. Shout, shout. I mean, literally, it's the same thing. Which I didn't mind. It was a nice throwback, and knowing that they were working with Mick Mars on the album made me feel like it was more of a loving nod to their influences than it was a straight ripoff. Um, but just overall, this would have been a stronger album. I feel if they had had a better, a more hands-on producer. I do like the sonic direction they're going in. However, on this album, it just seems like this is a band that uh, is known for being for their catchy hooks and powerful verses. And while the words were there, it just didn't feel like the spirit was there as much. But anyways, this is getting to be up on 10 minutes now, so this is Alex at 6, and I will be seeing you later.